Oh, no.
What?
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure, Ben, that our producer Mike Lawrence just put on me. I don't know if it was necessarily on you. This is your third day in a row here, so you're in full swing.
Fourth day in a row.
Fourth day, pardon me, in a row. Yeah, that's right, Tuesday. So you only take Monday off because you work a lot. But Mike Lawrence, let's make this last show one to count. Let's end on a positive note. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to give out now 15 losing bets across this next hour, Rasa, and I'm going to have Mike's voice in my head. I'm going to be up all night sweating the fact that I didn't sweat out a bet, but that I let so many people down. I feel a lot of pressure, undue pressure on me right now.
Well, we just got to deliver. Listen, big stakes here at OddsShop. That's what we do. That's what we do here at OddsShop. We got all the regular fellas in chat. We're ready to make some money, do some things. We're going to talk about what happened yesterday, highlight some of the highs, talk about some of the lows, and then, of course, dig into the board with the tools that we've got on the site. That's all available at your fingertips. We're going to tell you how to get inside the ropes here. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, listen, it's Kentucky Oaks, Kentucky Derby's tomorrow. I had a good betting night last night. I like the Warriors. They rolled. Hockey was whatever. I really kind of avoided the major damage with the Leafs. The Stars got up as I thought they would. And we'll talk about that. But what do you think? How you living today?
Oh, great. We're at like 1.8 now. We bumped up the average after hitting last night's parlay of the day video to averaging nearly 2 parlay hits a week. And again, I'm just a living, breathing billboard for this tool, because if I can use it and if I can hit parlays, and Ben will tell you, like, there's no way this will continue long term, but you know what? I'm going to ride this sucker as long and I bought my kid a car. I don't know if you saw the TikTok today that we put out on the OddsShopper channel off these winnings. Absolutely. So look, we'll give you that free week below. We keep telling you that. You can sign up. We're 2 minutes into the hour. It'll take you about 60 seconds. You can sign up, then hang with us on the tool, full stuff, and get the week off. Man, I'm doing what I'm hitting the parlays when the Discord gets it. And then I get a message like 10 minutes later, damn, that shit already moved. And the parlay hits. What am I going to complain about today? What? Seriously, what?
No, life is good. Like I said, we got all sorts of action across, all the sports, a little lacrosse action as well. Oh, yeah, by the way, Denver. You see Denver yesterday in the lacrosse streets? Easy money against Villanova. No doubter there. But I want to ask you, before, again, we dive into these plays, I wasn't surprised by the Warriors. Again, I thought the Lakers were kind of content going 1-1. Game got out of control. Clay was awesome. Steph was solid. The Looney situation was outrageous. So they announced that he's sick. He's not going to start. There was a window there to short his props right before that. It was a fascinating little episode last night. In Discord, people were losing it. Crazy times with Kevon Looney last night.
Yeah, I know a couple of the guys got in on the unders just earlier in the day. I mean, Isaiah, I know one of our guys on YouTube and OddsShopper was talking about the under PRA. And then anybody who locked that in earlier in the day was sweating because they're like, dude, this guy isn't going to play. Now it's going to be a void, or he's going to get out there, right? And maybe he's fine. But yeah, anybody who shorted that, anybody who rode J. Michael, right? Like anybody who took advantage of that. I don't know how many people thought he knocked down a couple of corner threes and all, but my goodness, that was expected in the result as far as the game. And you kind of knew, right, that Clay was going to have one of these games. I'm fully prepared to short Clay Thompson's PRA. And that's a little preview for the NBA locks video tonight that we have. I'm fully prepared to short Clay in game 3.
Yeah, there were some appealing lines when I was looking at some of the tools on OddsShopper already with Clay's points, rebounds. It's a scary fate. It always is. But we can live with that. Anything else you want to go back over? Obviously, I'm going to take a victory lap, and the community should as well. You don't get a victory lap because you weren't here. Me, Lofty, and the community, we did a little work last night, my friend. See that action?
Okay. I saw that. This is what's going on. Like, I hit a 550 or so 3-leg parlay.
Yeah, we topped you.
Yeah. But then I had to go to TikTok and hit you with,
You gotta...
I'm only one man, Ben Rasa. What do you expect?
Yeah, you're against an army here. Like I said, we got the community on our side.
I know. I can't win.
It was
great job. Great
It was
job.
a good one. No, it all
Yeah.
worked out really, really good stuff. Stars got there. The Warriors was just a great pick by the community. Lofty was all over Andrew Wiggins under 6.5 rebounds. One of the best graded plays off our market-based approach here. Again, we're going to show you all that in just a second. 6-1. It pays for the whole week. I mean, what is there to say? You only need a couple of those.
Yeah. Or in the parlay of the day video, you can get 2 if you so choose during the
well,
week.
I'd say you want to go, I'll go tit for tat. My best bet of the day video, I haven't lost since like 2009, and people are like, like what do you want? It's one bet, one shot, one kill, but we've been rolling.
Yeah. Look, I need to see the data on that to make sure that you go back to 2009 specifically.
Well, I got it all. It's all up here, my friend.
Oh, man. I got to hit you with something right away, right?
Okay.
Like before we even get into the projections, before we even look at the OddsShopper premium. So we got some promos to hit. We're going to build a parlay or two. We have to, not just the community parlay, but just in general. People are, especially in the Discord, like people are definitely after these parlays that we have. I've got one that I'm going to hit you with. Now, we talked earlier. We had a nice little same game parlay that you and I put together on Twitter as a tease for the show tonight. But I've got one that I really like. And I don't know how like it's somewhat aggressive, right? Like it's somewhat aggressive. But it's Tatum 8+, Joel Embiid over 9.5, those 2 rebounds. Tyrese Maxey over 3.5 rebounds, Tyrese Maxey over 2.5 assists. It's at plus 846 when I got it, right? So I just want to hit you. I just want to hit you right away with something that is going to be outlandish.
Okay, well, you accomplished that. I only heard pieces of it, but it sounded pretty outlandish. What do you expect from your boys tonight? Again, getting the MVP trophy. It's going to be rowdy.
They're a home dog, and they're getting the MVP trophy.
Yeah, and I
look. You please.
No, I was just going to say I didn't agree with Embiid playing in game 2, but now in hindsight, the fact that nothing bad happened, it's definitely a benefit that he did play a little bit because they're going to need him certainly more active tonight if they have any chance.
Yeah, so that's where I go back and forth on. And by the way, the reason why I'm heavy on Maxey in this too is because I think that with Embiid on the floor, especially hobbled, fatigued, et cetera, whatever you want to define this as, Maxey does open up with some rebounding opportunities, and passing should definitely be there. That's a guy who I think you're going to see actually fill in where game 2, you did not see James Harden do that, especially in the assist category. I think you're going to see Tyrese Maxey pretty active. It may not be a 20, 25 point night for him. That factors into Embiid to kind of come back to where your point is, where if the issue, Ben, was fatigue, the reason why he was a little off was because of rust. If that was the issue, then you're absolutely right. In hindsight, it's okay. It's fine. It's great that he played. But if the issue was rather knee, that big ass brace he was still wearing on his knee, the fact that he's still hurt, I don't necessarily know if anything gets better from game 2 to game 3. And that's where I think there's hesitation why Philadelphia is even listed as a home dog right now. And to be honest with you, it's 4:00 Eastern time. I'm surprised they haven't been bet into a home favorite yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, first thing I did, and we can go right, let's go to the board. I went to Joel Embiid props just to take a look at what the market is telling us. And you see under 39.5 points, rebounds, assists, grades out pretty favorably. You can take a different position and go over 25.5 points. I just wanted to gauge where the market was. And, again, 27 minutes in that game, 4 for 9, very uneventful. They lost by like 40 points. I tend to say if I'm going to take, because you're probably not going to take both of those, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. I'm more apt to go under points, rebounds, and assists for Embiid than over his strict point total here in this game.
Yeah, I get that. And look, Mike, if you can do us a favor real quick. Yeah, you already know where I was going on the card list, please. So I just wanted to show you, go to points if we can, please. Because points bet, this is another benefit of the tool where, no, you had it. It was Embiid points and just on the list. There you go. Because then we can go down and you can scroll down and see the other books in the market. But you can see that it's already been bet, right? Like it's not over 26.5 plus 105. Books have already moved right off of that. And the assumption, at least, is that right now it's trending upward. So
Yes.
you can still get a low number. The difference with the PRA that I would read, and I'm with you, is that probably a lot of people are betting. Like FanDuel is the loan, DK a little bit there too. So you can get a little ahead of those. But these other ones, like I would imagine that people would be betting the over for both of these, and that you can probably find a little gap fading Embiid's bigger category as opposed to just individually, oh, rebounds, oh, points, oh, assists. No. People just want to fade everything, I think, because or hit everything because they think he's going to score 40 points.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's always an uncomfortable fade. You can look real dumb with players of this caliber. Not just him. We'll talk about Jokic in a second, but I just look at this number again. I know a lot of our loyal listeners watch this every day and they hear us talk about this, but for people who are checking us out for the first time and are unfamiliar, the value is here. Under 39.5 at -115. Compare that to all the other books. You have 38.5s. You have 38 flat on PrizePicks. I mean, you have 38.5 at -105, barely any more juice, and we're getting a full extra point, rebound, or assist. That adds up incredibly quickly. That is probably where I'd get my card started. I don't have a ton of other Sixers positions. I don't have any hardened props that I like. What else do you see from your boys? Anything?
Yeah, by the way, I see Mike, our producer Mike, going to the chat saying that you are full of shit. He remembered that you lost your bet of the day back before COVID.
Wow.
See, I'm telling you,
those
we
records
got to
are
go to the
sealed.
spreadsheet. Go to the spreadsheet.
Oh, I got the spread.
Go
My
to the Excel
spreadsheets,
sheet.
I have every bet that I have made for the past 5 years in a spreadsheet.
Yes, you do.
And
Yes,
it's
you
the thing is
absolutely do.
quite a encyclopedia.
It's a massive piece of work that you have. I look at tonight. I have a couple of things tonight. I'm over Jason Tatum, 8.5 rebounds.
Okay.
I am under. I got this at Caesars on May 4th. I am under Jason Tatum 30.5 points. That's what I got in as well. So those are the two big positions that I took, which is fading Tatum's points at 30.5. Again, this was yesterday on OddsShopper. And going over this morning on OddsShopper, Tatum's 8.5 rebounds.
You got a ton of
those are the two
value
that I
on the
looked at.
points. It just shows again. You got massive closing line value. I just brought up this
Where is he
game.
now?
He's at 28.5.
Oof, I'll take it.
So you've done your
take it.
job there. The big
The
one
tool
that
did the
stands out-
job, Ben. I
What?
saw that and I thought, well, Caesars is notorious. I caught it last night. All right. You can ask our mutual friend, Adam Kaufman. I tried to get him on that book and bet the under 227.5. But I'm sure a lot of people said, no. What's the difference between a half point or not? Only one other book had it at 227. Every other book had it at 226.5. That shit finished at 227. If you bet it like I did on Caesars from the OddsShopper tool, you cleared that bet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, it's all about getting to these lines, securing the value, and then letting the chips. You're going to get lucky and unlucky at an even interval. I know everybody, including me, thinks they're the unluckiest person. They're not. It all bounces the same way ultimately. But I want to look at this Marcus Smart prop. I had my eye on this right before the show. I went to my favorite view of one of the many tools here on OddsShopper Premium. Marcus Smart over 20.5 points, rebounds, assists at plus money on FanDuel, plus 102 on FanDuel. You look at all the other books, they're not crazy juice, but they're in the -115 range. And I just like this spot for Marcus Smart. Last time you and me were on the show, we were talking about, it's a chest. Is he going to play? He played 27 minutes in a blowout. He's clearly, in my mind, good to go here.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I don't think that there's any issue with his health by any means. Just trying to find this down here. Is it below? What's the XROI that you have for that?
So for Marcus Smart, 8%.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not up in PA anymore. That's wild.
Oh, no, I just refreshed. This is bouncing around all over the place.
It's gone.
Where's Marcus Smart?
I'm telling you, I don't have Klay Thompson points under 24.5. I'm going to tell you all right now. Okay, if you're watching this show, and how much did that dip, by the way?
So they moved, and this is going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. FanDuel moved Marcus Smart to 19.5. Everybody else is held at 20. I still like the over. Now you're laying obviously more juice, but you're getting another extra point. Interesting.
No, I think that makes sense. I think you kind of have to jump on that with that value. And the only thing I would say to that was there's no injury concern for Marcus Smart, I think, playing in this game. Like he's going to be limited or anything to that extent. So absolutely. And again, so the XROI is what? What did it drop from 8 to what?
So now again, there's no value because the juice is adjusted, but
got it.
That doesn't mean there won't be value.
No. Well, and that's why you say keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So I still like this. I'm gonna wait, see where the market settles, because that was one of my favorites. I know you mentioned Tatum a couple times already. I don't know what else I really like. Al Horford always
one
shows
that
up.
jumps out for me. But
okay.
I'm just no, you talk your way through it, because when you see something, and I'm just curious how your mind works. Like that Tatum prop. I am. I
don't want to know how my mind works. Believe me.
Trust me. There are a lot of people at this company that do not. I am one of the few. I think it's me and Laufey. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And Laufey just because he's fascinated by madness. Me because fair. I'm curious.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
I mean, I'm trying to just.
You don't like Tatum over 4.5 assists.
4.5 assists.
Look, I think it correlates. Like I would go under his. Now it's lost the 30.5, but I think it would correlate to go under points and then over rebounds and assists for Tatum, who's not just going to disappear like we saw in game 2. He's going to find ways to impact the game and can, mind you, especially with Brown and now a healthy Smart/White tandem in the back.
Yeah, I mean, game 2 is not a relevant data point at all. Tatum is going to push for 40. He played 44 minutes in game 1. He's easily going to push for around that. And this is a big game. Like this is not, so I'm fine with that. Obviously, if he's not scoring, his chances of distribution is going up, but you're not paying for that. So it doesn't really matter. But at -114, yeah, I think that's fine. Right above it. So it's interesting. I'm just looking at the tool, and I don't want to just jump to the other game, but I will say.
No. I got one more on Philly-Boston before you.
Who, Melton?
To the game. Yep. Absolutely.
I knew you were going to say that. I could sense it.
Look, he's going to be a guy that gets minutes, right? Like we know that. We know he's going to be out there. It doesn't mean that he's going to knock down 5 threes like we saw in game 1. That's not a data point either. What is that he had, and look, especially if they give you that 3-guard look, where you see Melton, Maxey, and Harden, that can cause some problems. I think Melton is going to be out there. Like, this is a volume play here. This is a guy who's going to get some relevant minutes. He's going to get some bench minutes. He's going to get some quasi-starter minutes, right? He's going to be in the rotation in a tight game at the end of the game. May not mean he's out there for the final 4, but he's not going to be isolated to the bench either. They need him defensively, his length. It makes sense in my head, but most importantly, it makes sense to the tool. 11.5 just seems like a low number in general for a guy who could get me 7 to 9 points alone.
So that's exactly what I was just thinking when you were talking through that. Like, okay, if you reverse, not that it has to be like this, but if you reverse engineer Melton's props, his points prop is at 7.5. His 3-pointers prop is at 1.5, and it's basically a coin flip. If he clears that, he's already accomplished over 50% of what you need. So you're really drawing to like, can he give me 3 or 4 others, rebounds or assists? And I'll probably live with 7 to 8 actual points in the game for him. 25 to 28 minutes seems in the range of outcomes. So I'm fine with that. And then of course, at -124, it's just an objectively good line on him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which essentially is beating Penny at the no vig point. So you know that it's
that's the key.
Right. That's
the
exactly
secret sauce, obviously.
Did I give that away?
No, of course. That's what we do.
Am I going to get a message from like Steve Buzzard or Sean Zahn? Like we need to have a talk.
No, Steve Buzzard, he's too busy winning
My God.
all the money in the world.
Has anybody won a fucking contest
No.
since Steve Buzzard? Like, has anybody in the past week won a contest of note?
what he's doing in the DFS streets is just actually unheard of. It's really
seriously
insane.
Every single show should be selling our stochastic tool and just pointing to him and say, you're just do this. All right, let's look at the second game. We got some promos to build. I'm trying to place this DeAnthony Melton prop right now as we speak. So let's look at the other game here. Now I am fully invested in this other game. So you ready to go here? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run through my list of props.
Okay.
These are
I
just go ahead.
No,
these are all taken from the OddsShopper tool. You don't have to worry. Okay.
Well, that's a sigh of relief. The number one prop, I've seen it already. I've seen it on social. Everybody seems to love Kevin Durant's over tonight. Seems like one of the most popular props out there. It grades out well. I get it. If you can find 28.5, particularly on DraftKings at -125, that is a go. Everyone else has moved to 29.5 already. He can't play many more minutes. He literally can't play many more minutes. They're putting him and Booker out there for 40 plus, no Chris Paul, do or die game at home. He took 27 shots in the second game. I think he's going to take a ton tonight, even though it's a really public side. The Durant over does make sense if you can find 28.5.
Okay, so this is interesting because was it today? Maybe it was today. No, it was yesterday. 5-5. What's today? 5-5?
Today's Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, Cinco de Mayo, right? Which apparently is like shouldn't be associated with the holiday that we think. I don't even know if it's universally celebrated.
I don't know what goes. There's a lot going on because yesterday is the Star Wars day.
No. We can't do. You're not a Star Wars guy, right?
Not really. I'm everybody has a hot take. This is something everybody has a hot take on Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Like, love them, obsessed, dressing up as wizards, doing real crazy shit, or just like, I hate it. I'm just kind of indifferent. Like, I think some of them are fine and some of them are not my speed.
So I don't have a problem with that take by any means. I think that you're definitely going to get those crazy, like, I just don't like it when people ruin it for the rest of us. You know?
What does that mean?
Can't I just enjoy something without it being a national fucking holiday? Like, seriously, what is going on? Now I feel like I need to, this is how our country works. The fringe, the lunatics, they always speak for the majority of us because we let them
anymore. The whole country's gone mad, but
no, I'm telling you, it's not the case. That's the perception, Ben. That's the perception on TVs. I don't want to go full crackpot on you. I'll go half crackpot
please
on
don't.
you. The majority of people couldn't give a rat's ass. But you know what? The fringe realize that. So they speak and they drum up and there's all that. Now you've got people walking around in the Rick Moranis helmet saying, "May the fourth be with you." Get out of here and let me enjoy my movie.
Okay. Yeah, the Empire Strikes Back was on yesterday. I caught a piece of it. Good movie. Where were you going?
Great.
Yeah. Over 28.5 for Durant on the board.
No. I'm going under. And I went under early this morning at 4:45 in the morning. As I'm surfing the OddsShopper premium tool, I am under 43.5 PRA at -104. How much have I taken a hit on that if his over points has now adjusted?
Yeah, again, these are fluid markets. There's no doubt. Oh,
look. I lost 2 points.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You see the Suns' first half money line, by the way?
No, wait, I didn't. I'm sorry. Wait a second. It's still at, okay, let me stop.
What have you done?
Under 43.5. It's the same number, but I actually am ahead of it. I got it on FanDuel at -104. It's now -111 on FanDuel as the best bet. So what's interesting to me, right? Initially, this was a plus EV bet when I bet it because I wouldn't bet anything with a 0x ROI, nor should you out there. Now it's moved to a neutral bet, while the points is actually a plus EV bet.
Yeah, and again, you're going to see we just went over this with Embiid, where both his over on points and under on points, rebounds, and assists were both grading out as good bets. That's all due to the lines. It's a weird thread. I probably wouldn't put them on the same card, but it's also very possible to me that Kevin Durant has like 31 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists tonight. Like that is possible. Not likely, but he could clear both in a vacuum.
Yeah.
I just probably would pick my favorite, and it would be over on points.
All right. I know you mentioned the Suns. There's some really fun plays that are up on OddsShopper that I love playing. I love putting them in the Discord, and it's madness. So you mentioned the Suns first half money line. That actually is a plus EV bet at what, minus 177?
Let's see. I just saw it up there.
Is that a parlay piece for you?
Yeah, so that's a line. If you can get that, I'll just again, DraftKings minus 190, BetMGM minus 210, minus 177. Yeah, that's gonna work just fine. I like the Suns. I also like laying 3 points in the first half. I like the Suns in this game, but particularly in the first half. This is Denver's not at home. I said this on a show. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think this is a pretty good hot take. This series goes 7 games and the home team wins every game. I think that's very possible in the Nuggets Suns series.
What's the series spread bet? We should take a look at that right now because somebody's going to be getting plus money right now. You would think, right?
Well, I mean, the Suns, they have to win 4 out of 5. They're definitely.
But that's what you think is going to happen.
No, I think they're going to win 3 out of 5.
Even if I don't care, they just need to at plus 1.5. They just need to get to 7. Is my
point.
Oh,
you're saying take a game and a half. I'm sorry, I thought you said to win the series.
No. Series spread. I apologize. Series spread.
No. All right.
By the way,
let's see what we got. Series spread. We bring it up, and we've got the. Yeah, you can get the Suns plus 1.5 games at plus 150.
Okay, you just told us to bet that.
You just told us the Suns plus 2.5 games at minus 120. What?
Do I sense? Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Okay. Ben Rasa just introduced the first ever OddsShopper, OddsShop series spread ladder. Let's roll.
I did that with the Kings, so that's fake news.
Just like you haven't lost a best bet since 1876.
That's right. Good, crazy times. Now, let's see. I'm just shopping this. I want to see what else is going on around here.
All right, while you do that.
I'm pretty interested in this, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Phoenix is just done by any stretch.
You really want to take a I'm telling you, I would love to take a shot on this show as a community sweat. We have a community parlay. How about a community sweat? Now we are fully invested. I'm in. All right. I'll post the ticket, whatever the hell else you want. That's fine. I'm in. But
series spread plus 1.5 at plus 150. Yeah. I like both of those.
Let's do it, right?
I'm in. I'm putting the Phoenix again. I don't want a huge position on Phoenix, but at the same time, I think these are worse spots. Yeah, plus 800 for that. No, I would rather actually organically parlay every money line at home. I think you'd get over plus 800, to be honest. So I wouldn't do that, but I would take the plus 2.5 games at minus 120.
Yeah, no, I get that. Vishal, pardon me if I butchered your name, but we'll get to the Devil's Canes. I promise one of us is going to have something on that game. There's some promos we actually have to hit right now. And Helms 22, let's just hit him up real quick because I have a couple of things on this game. But do you see Helms is asking about Bruce Brown tonight? So for me, as you're looking up Bruce Brown, for me, May 3rd, I got in Jokic under 14.5 rebounds, minus 124, immediately jumped on that. Also have, let's see, Durant, I mentioned that. I'm over 13.5 points also from the OddsShopper premium tool, but I'm over 13.5 points tonight for Michael Porter Jr. And this is where it gets a little interesting. I'm over 1.5 threes at plus 165. Again, I hope it's still up there for the people on the odd shop here. Plus 165 over 1.5 threes for Cameron Payne. who's going to see some action tonight.
He's definitely going to see some action. The bench combined had 4 points for the Suns in the last game. That just cannot happen. Campaign, the lines are moved right now. You're frozen out. I don't see any positive bets there, but keep an eye on it. Bruce Brown, same thing for Helms. Not great. Over 3.5 rebounds. It doesn't mean that it's a good or bad bet. It just means that the market has a consensus on what the line should be. So you're not going to find a book that says, hey, I'm taking a big stand and we can pick on them. Bruce Brown's rebounds are basically in line across the board. So I don't have a position on that.
All right. See some promos tonight. We got to build a parlay. We got to hit some shit before we get out of here. As you know, let's see what we have here from a promo or two standpoint, see what we can do, see how we can use the tool. That's a big thing here. All right, look, right away, I don't even want to tell people what your play is. I want people to go to your video. That does us more. Look, this isn't a paid service here, right? If this were like the Discord, which you can join half off your first week below, Ben, myself, Lindy, everybody loves Lindy, and Isaiah, who you should love by all means. We're all there. We're hanging the chalkboard app. That's fine. That's great. If it was something like that, maybe. But you're here. You're hanging. It's another free video. It's probably like next to the box that you check to go here. Go find Ben's Derby winner and then boost that on FanDuel, right?
Yeah, you definitely should take advantage of the boost. Horses are being scratched left and right. So I would
they're dying.
Well, some are dying, but not the Derby horses. None of them are dying. Keep an eye on it. You know, I've been pretty adamant that my goal is to find a horse that can beat Forte. Can anyone? I don't know, but I'm going to try. I don't like the price on him. We got races all day. Again, the Kentucky Oaks is right after this show. We're going to have a good time there. But yeah, if you're going to bet the Derby, take advantage of that promo on FanDuel Racebook, of course.
Who's the all-time Forte? Like when you hear Forte
from North
Joe
Carolina.
Forte, right? For us in our world, it has to be Joe Forte. Like
are there other options?
Yeah, Anthony Forte, Rappin' Forte. Who?
I don't know.
Will Forte. Yeah, Saturday Night Live comedian. That's right. That's right. That's who Mike thought of first. Bullshit. You thought of Joe Forte from UNC. Get out of here.
That's who Joe Forte is.
Right?
Yeah, Joe Forte is. Oh yeah, Matt Forte. That's a really good one.
American football player. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
We forgot it.
From the
but
Bears.
So easy you forget, right? Like we thought of Joe Forte before a guy who's currently in the league.
Yeah. Well, if Forte the horse wins, he'll rise in the power rankings, but I'm going to try to beat him. A couple different horses, including Angel of Empire. He's definitely got a shot. Chat just mentioned him.
Man, you guys are just shorting right now. Forte, 4-TAY. The rapper from Cali who was on the Too Short album. You guys are just shorting him, man.
How did I forget that?
He was on All Eyes on Me. He was on Master P's comp. Like Forte is a legit rapper, man. That's all I'm saying. He's a legit presence in the early world of hip hop.
I didn't know that. I'll have to do some light reading after the show, but we'll see. Yeah. So we've got that. What else do we have on the boost market? Because again, that one's an easy one. You take your shot. It's the Kentucky Derby. Again, got the Kentucky Oaks today.
So we've got the South Philly special, right? Is that what it is? Lions boost. So the BetMGM MVP here.
Double and Sixers win.
Look, I'm on the Sixers tonight. In fact, and I'm going to just spill the beans right here. I'm playing Sixers down 10 and Sixers down 15 to win on top of the money line for them just to win. There you go. Andrew Lewis. I apologize. Ryan Chandler. Absolutely. Little Forte love. That's all I'm asking for. It's just a little. I'm on the Sixers, so I don't know if that's plus or minus EV, but I feel like I don't need to play that because I'm already playing a plus 500 and a plus 1,500 ticket for the Sixers. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, Joel Embiid double. I think it's close. It's probably going to be closer than maybe plus 275, but That's also putting in the Sixers right there to win on the money line.
Yeah, 120. I'm doing the math right now, and I'm not overly let's see. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm gonna go with no here.
No to Hollywood.
The BetMGM one is no good. The Caesars one is more interesting because first of all, yeah, Embiid to just get 10 rebounds in this game is a coin flip. You're pairing it with a plus 120 money line bet. You that's just not a good price. But the Harden to get 25 plus and the Sixers to win, that's
you can get with that.
Well, let's see. Let's see what Harden's line is. That's always the data point.
It's going to be lower than 25. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but if it's like, let's say.
So depending on where you're looking, right? It's going to be what, 23 and a half?
21 and a half.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, you're talking, that is a big number. Honestly, I don't like either of these boosts.
So what's that number again on DraftKings?
21 and a half, but it's slightly plus money to the over.
No, I get that, but what's the boost again, Mike?
It's a Caesars boost, and it's Harden 25 plus points
right.
and the Sixers to win to 425.
Okay, so on FanDuel, if you just took Harden 21 points and the Sixers to win, that's plus 244. So
Yeah.
that's a starting point right there. Now I'm going to bump this up to Harden 25. That's plus 423. So what are you really gaining? You're gaining 2 points. Look, 2 points is 2 points. I'm not saying that that's not value. What I'm saying is that it shouldn't be paraded out there as like, oh my, it's dangling some keys for something that's going to open up the same door with another set of rusty keys is my point.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. And I don't like that bet on its own merits, the 423. So like you're gaining a minuscule amount, but you can probably find that at some point in a different direction. So you know what? This is what we do on the show. We see the hand we're dealt. I don't think the boosts are overly good here. The horse ones in the animal world with the ponies, we got some good boosts. But on the court, I don't like the Harden or Embiid boost today.
No, I don't either. I'm with you. I think that's...
What can you do?
Well, look, here's something we can do. All right. I've seen this. I don't know. I don't have it, but I've seen it and I've seen screenshots of it. There are people, and I imagine that there are people in states, probably not in the 2 states that you and I are in right now, but there are people that have 100% profit boost on DraftKings. Have you seen this? It hasn't been issued to everybody, but certain states have gotten this 100%. Okay. It's a solo boost. So my suggestion here would be go to the shop bets, all bets, sort by XROI, and find the number one bet on DraftKings, which is Matthew Boyd over 4.5 Ks at minus 105. That's beating the mark. Like that is already an astronomically high plus EV bet. It's beating the market, et cetera, et cetera. Well, now you've boosted that 100% to nearly what, 185 or something like that?
So yeah, this is I don't want to say a misconception, but when you have a profit boost like that, and this one's only in the NBA, so we're going to find the best
it is
NBA
only in the
prop.
NBA. Sorry.
Regardless, though, no matter what you bet with this, you're going to take it into plus EV territory, but that doesn't mean bet something stupid. Like still maximize the value. Take a profitable bet and make it more profitable. What I would do is probably go to either, let's see what we got. I was going to say Melton, but the best line isn't actually on DraftKings.
No, it's not there. You're going to have to look. I'm on page 2
here we
already.
Go. Durant. That's the answer. Kevin Durant over 28.5 points at minus 125. You're obviously, it was a good bet to begin with, and now it's a better bet.
Okay.
Done.
Sounds good to me.
Sold. I don't have that boost, points. But if I did.
I can't do that, though. I'm already invested in under 43.5 PRA. What would you suggest someone like me does?
Nothing. I mean, you've secured your
create a middle.
I mean, you could do it like that. They're anti-correlated bets, but it's all about net profitability. Like most likely you win and you go 1-1 there, but you're more likely to go 2-0 than 0-2. That's for sure.
I'm going to go under, even though I have over 1.5 threes, I'm going to go under 19.5 PRA for campaign. That's at minus 105. It's the same number. And now I'm totally away. I mean, I guess it's somewhat counter, but it's not anywhere near. Like the guy could easily get 2 threes, hit this bet, and stay comfortably under
He
that
needs
number.
to play well tonight. And yeah, even only a $10 bet, but hey, every little bit counts. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's only
build
10
it up.
bucks?
I wish I had it.
I haven't.
You do?
They know you. What's it's only at $10, so 19 bucks if this thing.
Well,
ends.
maybe I do. I have not. The only thing I bet today, I bet a little lacrosse. And I have some bets pending, obviously.
Well,
from
so
the
do I,
tool.
thanks to you in the
And I will say real quick,
the
while
posts.
you're working that out, I know we've talked about it already,
No, I'm
but
good.
I cannot say it. If you guys know Greg, he tweeted out his screenshots today of his profitability with the tool. You're using it for your parlay videos. I'm using it every day. Lofty's using it. The reason we hit these community parlays, by the way, it's pretty simple. We're pulling our bets off the tools. And you guys are obviously doing your part. If you want to see these tools in action, everyone says the same thing. Does it really work? Find out for yourself. The link is below. The 7-day free trial. Come in for a week, and after that, make a decision. Don't make a decision now. Too many people. We had this conversation just the other day with a couple of people, and they were saying like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to do that." Well, figure that out after the week. Check it out first, and then you'll have more data, win, lose, or draw, and you'll have more experience in if these tools are for you. So again, the link is there. Mike just threw it in chat. Check it out. Google the song. Okay, yeah, I'll put that on the.
Yeah, man. Like, look at all this Forte love coming in. I love it. We have a horse named Forte, and I'm like, there's no way that horse makes the Mount Rushmore of Fortes. You, Lawrence, the majority of the chat at first, just ignoring the great work done by rapper Forte. Players Club. I mean, come on, you got some stuff.
I don't listen to music, so I wouldn't know.
What do you listen to? Like, what's in your ears?
Well, I got voices in my head that keeps me occupied.
I understand that, but I'm saying
I only listen to music when I play poker. That's it. Only when I play poker. That is it.
So if I'm at the table with you and I'm like trying to talk to you, you won't be able to hear me because you've got.
No, I'm not one of those people. I'm more like when you're playing. When I used to play poker for real online, I would just listen to music.
Got it. Did
Weird
you
music?
How much did you do? I mean, this is a beautiful site. Thank you. How much did you do in person, or was the majority of what you did in poker online that you collected all this shit?
Yeah, I'm not a great poker player live.
See, I wasn't sure about that, so I was
way better
curious
online.
Yeah, like you. I mean, not anything personally for you, but I was envisioning you at the table with like one of these loud jerk offs who's about to lose like $500,000, and they're trying to bait you into some shit. And you're just sitting there, like not saying a word, probably uncomfortable, but knowing that you're not going to say anything because you got them and that you could just walk away. So like, I was trying to envision that dynamic.
Yeah. First of all, live poker is way too slow. I just like can't. I play a lot of different, or played, I should say, a lot of different tables. It's just different. You know, if I'm at the casino and I want to sit, maybe, but I haven't played live poker in years. And if I played now, I would get destroyed because I'm not in poker shape by any stretch of the imagination.
All right.
It's all the same logic, though. All those tools and this stuff is built off logic that you can use. Yeah.
All right, let's go to, it looks like right now the best option is FanDuel. So let's go to FanDuel and build a parlay, all right? We're going to build a nice, juicy 4-leg parlay. You want a 3-leg parlay, go check my video out. You want something egregious, that's why you come here. Jason Tatum, fair. And we got to get Clay out. I'm rolling with Brito in my... Boy, I mean, if you just take Klay Thompson out, and if you go to if you go to FanDuel, Mike, and if you just take Klay Thompson out, I am 1,000% okay with this 4-leg parlay, which is Jason Tatum over 8.5 rebounds, Matthew Boyd over 4.5 Ks, Kevin Durant over 29.5 points, and Johnny Brito at over 3.5 Ks. Not the easiest matchup you would think on the surface, but I looked at this earlier in the day, and it's actually a pretty decent K matchup. for Brito against Tampa Bay.
I wouldn't know. I don't know who that is, but I don't need to know. The
Nope.
market knows. 5%
No hockey
ROI.
in this, though. Are you okay with that?
No hockey in this? Yeah, that's fine. We're going to talk about that Devils Canes game. I had them last time we were on the show, had the Stars yesterday, doing some things. As long as you stay away from the Maple Leafs, life is good on the
Ben,
ice. But
I'll tell you, 35-1. I'm staring at it right now.
I hope
I'm
I
staring.
really like the
cash
Maple
out?
Leafs and the Panthers, but I hope whoever wins that series wins the whole thing.
Well, they're up 2-0. All right.
It's hockey, though. Hockey, there
I
are no
get it.
rules. Outback
Zero.
Steakhouse sport. Just all sorts of crazy shit happens. Oh, nice. Looking good there.
35-1. OddsShopper futures. God.
Plus
All right, let's
1367 on this. Yeah, that's fine. So the interesting thing, and this just shows, just to clarify for people, the Durant number, 2 numbers, both profitable. 28.5, you're laying more juice. 29.5, but only minus 102. That also is very, very effective. So you're upping your payout for less chance of success. Because if he lands on 29, you lose, where you would win the other bet.
All right. That was easy.
Easy.
I thought that was going to take a lot of time and everything. That was
what a testimonial right there. That was easy. These parlays are built for you with the tool. You don't have to come in here and say, oh, it's preloaded. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. You take those bets and you bet them, and then you hopefully win the money.
All right. Why don't we do this then?
Okay.
Okay. I actually did want to run something with you. FanDuel, let me build this. Again, I thought I'd have some time here to talk through a lot of stuff as I'm building this so that, we can post.
Did you have any hockey takes tonight? The Canes and the Devils do play game 2.
Yeah, I took the road. Okay, so I looked at 2 things. I haven't played it yet, but I'm interested in the Devils bouncing back, and I may look at Devils draw first period double chance, Phoenix Suns first half money line as a little parlay here. I just don't think New Jersey is going to be. I mean, my God, Ben, you saw that game. They didn't even show up until the second period, and they were down 1,000,000-1. So
yeah,
I don't. That's the thing. But it was all predicated on that super. They didn't get off the bus to play in that game. So
yeah, they weren't ready to play.
I think they're going to be ready to play. I don't necessarily want to play the full game, but I want to play them in some sort of first period angle, knowing that, especially as a tight, they're still laying some juice here, but as the road dog, if you will, I don't know. I like them. Probably going to look at the double chance more so than anything, but as a parlay piece, I'm sure.
I don't have a strong take. I'd be against you if I bet. I would stick with the Hurricanes if I bet it, but I like them. Easy to say this now, but it is true. I like them in game 1 a lot more than I like them in this spot. I thought there was a decent chance they would jump on. The Devils are going to play better. That's a given.
Right.
I don't know what Carolina, they're so good at the penalty kill and 5-on-5, but to me, it's probably a better game to take a piece of. Like you said, a first period, maybe an under somewhere in their game, but I'm not sure I'll have a position on the game itself.
Okay. No, I totally understand that. And, outside of that, I'm sure that you looked over the baseball slate 4 or 5 times over before today, right? And you just, nothing caught your eye. Is that kind of how? This is me filibustering, by the way, to find this Brito K.
You go and find that. Again, baseball, ironically, no joke, baseball is the easiest sport for me to bet because I don't know anything about it.
That's fair.
I don't have biases. When I pull up our tools, it says under 5.5 Ks for random guy. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know who that is. I'll just trust it. When I see the NBA, I'm like, oh, they're going to play zone. This guy can't. You start to get your own thoughts in your head. And sometimes it can become more difficult to just trust the process. So, I don't know. I'm not a big baseball fan, but.
No, it's fine. And look, chat's helping you out. Jay Miz, Braves run line.
Brett Batty. Okay.
Brett Batty. Yeah,
Batty. That's quite a name.
Gotta go. You're all batty. Yeah, you're batty
over
guy,
a half
right?
a base at minus 172.
One bag. That's it. Kenny from Portland put his 100% boost on the Philly money line. I love it.
There is some value on this Batty guy.
Wait a second. Is this accurate? Drew Crane, ice cold like Ben Raza's NHL picks.
No, that's fake. Beyond fake news. Like
All
I've
right.
been rolling on the ice, but it's all deadly.
I figured. So real quick, before we hit the community parlay, FanDuel has this other boost
Okay.
where, and it's a bet that's right up your alley because I know you love this type of shit, which is these performance doubles, right? Like these player performance doubles where something needs to happen and their team wins, right? And we already saw that Harden thing boosted. That was something that Mike highlighted. The Embiid double-double, Philly to win, right? That's plus 270 on FanDuel. There are a couple, though, that can get a little egregious, right? Like Tyrese Maxey, 5 assists, Philadelphia to win is at plus 880. Granted, when you look at numbers, his assist prop right now, I believe, is at 2.5. So you're asking him to get pretty high. Joel Embiid, 2+3 Sixers to win. What do you think that is? Just fire a number out.
Ooh, I'm sorry. What was it?
Embiid, 2+3s Sixers to win.
5-1.
10-1.
Yeah, I mean, I
Which
guess
is
I probably underrate how often he takes threes.
I don't think it's. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I do. He hasn't hit 2 threes in a
when?
game
Since
mid-March.
That sounds like the perfect time to MVP. Hold on. Hear me through here. Because I'm going to bet this. I'm going to bet this. All right. At a 10-1 clip, I'm going to bet this. I'm going to post this. If I lose out on $225, so be it. But you know what? You're right, Ben. On the surface, everything would dictate that he would not take threes. Although, look, he's a little hobbled. He can shoot. He's probably, he's entering the most jacked up game he has ever played in his life. He is in front of Philadelphia to receive the award, Ben, that he lobbied and bitched and moaned and ensured that he got over the last 3 years. This is not a letdown. I think Embiid is so jacked up, he might be shooting from the logo tonight.
Yeah, well, probably won't go. You got to go into the. I'm not super familiar with all the rules, but I do know that if it doesn't go into the cylinder, you don't get points for that. He might shoot from the logo, but he will not make the shot. Embiid and Jokic, 50 points and 20 rebounds combined. I just worry about Embiid in particular.
Oh, I love that you're on this now. I thought I'd have to read these out for you, that you would just. Oh, you're looking at that on the screen. Okay. What about, okay, hold on a second. What realm do you see the Boston Celtics winning tonight? Is that possible?
Oh, yeah, possible. I think they're going to win.
Okay. Marcus Smart, 20+ Boston to win is 11-20.
20 plus what, points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more interested in that than the Embiid one you just talked about. Now, Marcus Smart, what you have to hope for, obviously he's fine. We saw that he played 27 minutes in the blowout. He took 14 shots. He's going to have to get really hot from 3, but he has those games, he goes 3 or 4 or 4 or 5. Maybe he can get to the line a couple times. I don't think that's going to happen, but you're drawing to like, does it happen 10% of the time? And if the answer is yes, you're getting some value there.
Hey man, I'm just bringing it up.
No, that's fine. Of all these we've talked about, Tim Strong said Booker to score 25 and the Suns to win. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, what's the number?
I like that. Plus
Bogdan 20+ in a win. You're losing. I'm just saying. I'm just looking at the bottom end of this. Like James Harden triple-double Philly to win is 30-1. 10-10-10 tonight is not bad from Harden.
Not bad, but it's just not going to happen.
You don't think it's a triple-double? I think it's the best chance on the floor.
Not likely.
Okay. Let's hit the community parlay before we get out of here.
Okay.
How about that?
Where do you...
All right, so I'm going to get this out, as I always do. Sixers down by 10 to win is the play. If you wanted to go a little off map, you could go Sixers down 15. They are not necessarily the best first half team in general. I do know the MVP shit and all that, but Boston, I like Boston to come out at least hard. Sixers have battled back at home. That is not a new thing for them by any means. Big deficits. All right. Community parlay has spoken, Rasa. It is the Boston Celtics. So Celtics laying 2.5 on the road, dominated the Sixers, by the way. So you can take it any way you want. Yes, Calvin, I love that. Thank you.
Okay.
Where do you want to go here?
What do you say, friends? Let's get a little dangerous. Okay, we're going to DraftKings. I'm going to go very conservative today. I went aggressive yesterday. I cashed a plus 130 for us. I'm going to really punt this, and it's not to say they can't lose, but I really don't think this team is going to lose. DraftKings, college baseball streets, West Virginia at home against Oklahoma. They're just simply a better team. I'll just leave it at that. It's minus 175, so it is very juicy. This is upwards at over minus 200 at a lot of other places that I've been looking. Pretty much the last available number. They're going to be fine.
That's just irresponsible to put me in a position now where I have to hit you with like an even money bet.
You don't have to do anything. We'll still get like 4 or 5. We don't have to cash plus 650 every night. Let's just cash.
Kodai Senga over 5.5 Ks. Even money. Should still be even money on DraftKings. That would be my play.
Okay. I can tell you this for certain, not that we're going to win, but we're the only people on this planet that have this combination of bets.
Correct. Absolutely right. This is a unique lineup. It was even money last I had it earlier this morning. I'm sure I got ahead of it, but we'll count it. Whatever the odds are, that's fine. But yes, this is a unique lineup. Neil Orfield does not have this in his winning slate. I can tell you that.
And I'll just say this. Of course, our main man, El Negro
or Lindy,
Loco.
Or you or anybody else.
This is available on FanDuel. West Virginia College Baseball is on FanDuel as well. It's minus 182. So you can take it there if you want as well.
All right. Anything else on the way out? I know you want. Yeah. Look at that. See, you're welcome.
Even with my massive juicy nonsense.
All right, Ben, take us home. You'll remind everybody the free week is below. Anything else we need to get up?
No, honestly, like I said, this process, why we do this show is to really bring what we've been doing at OddsShopper internally. We're all using these tools to you guys. We believe in it. We trust it. You see the screenshots. If you're interested in taking it to the next level, you have nothing to lose on a free trial. It is below. It is available. And I'll be completely honest, and I know you know this, it's not going to be a free trial forever. We're doing this now. It's not going to be there. And then you will have to make a bigger decision. So check it out. Try it out. Obviously, if you have questions about anything, good, bad, or in between, at Shander Show, at JazzRazDFS. It's been a fun week. I hope we keep it going tonight, but let's cash a ticket. Enjoy the Derby tomorrow. My video is posted on this channel. Any final words from the man in Philadelphia?
Louis Varland is banned from the show.
Okay.
That's all I'd have to tell you. Yeah, go Sixers. We'll see.
Go Sixers, but not really.